What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video. In this video we're gonna be playing some NBA Live and I'm gonna answer the question, is it better than 2K? Will it challenge 2K this year? Let's get into the video. So I've actually had the demo for an entire day because I got it yesterday early in the morning. If you guys don't know, if you were to make a New Zealand account, you would have been able to get the demo early. So I've been playing it a while with my friends. It's been fun. That's the number one thing. The NBA Live this year is pretty fun. The thing is that last year, or not last year, but like the last NBA was like 16, I believe. Last NBA Live was actually fun also. Like the demo was fun, and then I went back to play it later on, but everybody was at higher overall. It was pretty bad. It wasn't as fun, but this one is actually pretty fun. I don't like that the demo ends once you reach level 20. It's a demo. Like, let us just play it until it's over. But anyways, if we talk about the features of the game, like there's a lot of new things. Like you have like 3 or 4 different levels. I'm super confused about that. It's not hard to get. Like once you start playing, you'll understand what other levels mean. So there's new loot boxes, and these loot boxes, basically what they do is, like, if you want to buy clothes this year, instead of like buying the actual clothing or the accessory that you want to wear or the tattoo that you want to wear, you have to buy a loot box that has it inside. So every loot box has like 10 items, right? And then if you want one item from that loot box, you have to buy it over and over again until you get that item. And literally, I don't know what my luck is, but every time that I want an item, I get every single thing on the pack before I get that one item, and it sucks. It's so annoying. I don't understand why they don't just let us buy the item itself. I understand the idea of leveling up, because you actually have to level up to be able to open this crate. So like, you get a crate at level 1, you get one at level 2, you get one at level 5, 10, 15, and so on. But I understand that, but I wish they did it so, like, okay, once you reach level 15, you unlock like new items, new clothing, right? But not in a loot box, not in a random loot box. That just seems kind of like, it just seems annoying to me. Like, why do you have to buy this loot box over and over again, get all these items that you don't want, just to get that one item that you do want? I looked around and I tried to find a way to just buy that one item that I wanted, but there's no way. You have to buy loot boxes. The way that you upgrade your player might sound a little complicated, but it's really not. You start off with 2 primary upgrades or primary attributes, and these attributes vary depending on what playstyle you have. As you can see on the background, I have on-ball defense and dribbling. Now these attributes I'm gonna be able to max out completely later on at level 7, and then at level 15 I'm gonna unlock the other 2, because every playstyle has 4. My other 2 are actually passing and steal, and once I unlock them, I can also upgrade them all the way to the end. And then later on, you have 2 secondary attributes, which you can only upgrade about halfway, and you can only upgrade them once you unlock them. Now upgrading this attribute will give you animations, it will give you clothing, and it will give you like minor boosts. So it's 100% worth it. That's also the main way that you upgrade your main overall, so obviously it's worth it. But something that I didn't show in this video is that you also have trades, and trades are just basically badges that you get one main badge, and then you get like little secondary badges that do minor things. Now let's talk about the gameplay, because this was gonna make or break this game. And this game was a lot of fun for me, like extremely fun, and I'm sure I already mentioned that. But it was a little bit awkward. It was a lot more smooth than the previous year, but compared to 2K, it's a little awkward, like the animations and stuff like that. One step in the right path that they took was that they made the controllers much more easy to access and like a lot better. Like, they resemble 2K in a big way. And if you're saying, oh, they're copying 2K, blah blah blah, you're just like being a hater, because honestly, this is like the best way you can do the controllers, right? People already know the controllers from 2K. Why change them? What make them different? And I honestly applaud them for that, because the controllers are a lot better this year. I remember in NBA Live 16, it took a while to get used to them. This year, right away you jump into the sticks. If you already played a 2K or an NBA Live game, you will get the hang of it. Like I said, animations are a little bit awkward, and especially the shooting animation. If you're a shooter, stop. Like, make another character. Start driving inside, because shooting in this game is pretty much broken, right? There's no point to it, because some games you're gonna be making the shots, others you're gonna be missing, and this has to do with just the fact that the shooting animation is terrible. Like, it's so bad, it's crazy. But It also has to do with the server lag. The servers did have a little bit of lag, and it wasn't just me. Like, I would jump into a game, I would say, oh, I'm lagging, and then my friends would be like, yeah, we're lagging too, and everybody was lagging. So the servers definitely need some work. Maybe it's just for the demo. Maybe when the game launches, the servers are gonna be better. And 2K has bad servers already themselves, so it's not a good look for NBA Live. They could have, if they would have had like really good servers, or if they do have eventually really good servers, it's definitely a plus, because 2K servers, well, we know how they always been. If you like to dribble, it's super easy. Like, dribbling, it's really easy, but it's more difficult than 2K. Crossovers between the legs, easy. Spin moves, semi easy. Like, you're not gonna be able to just pull them off out of nowhere. Like, you're running and taking the paint, and then boom, spin move around you, can't guard me. Nah, you can't do that. You ain't Kyrie Irving, okay? You can do that in 2K, but not here. This year, it takes a little bit of work to it. It's kind of like FIFA, where you have to actually move the stick in a certain direction, and like not just tap it. Because I know in 2K, when you do it behind the back, you just tap the stick backwards. This year in NBA Live, to do it behind the back, you have to rotate the stick from left to right from the bottom. Like, I don't know if you mean what, like basically like do an arc from the bottom. Kind of like a motion of the letter U, if you get what I'm saying. Well, anyways, if you read the controller, you know what I mean. And you can't just pull it off out of nowhere. Like, it's difficult, and you also have to have the ball in a special position and stuff like that. And it's not as easy as 2K. It's a lot more difficult, but it's a lot more smooth and better than the previous years. And I honestly like the dribbling in this year a lot. Inside scoring, it's the way to go. If you're not an inside scorer, you're missing out. If you have a big man that grabs boards and just tap square, put it back up, it goes in 100% of the time. It's so easy. I have a playmaker. The gameplay you see on the background is not my playmaker, it's my defensive player, but I have a playmaker. And with my playmaker, I will drive in, start spamming square, that's all you have to do. Start spamming square, and I will get 100% of the time I will get buckets, because basically when you spam square, what it does is just like it goes up and it does it for you. All you have to do is spam square, and he will find a way to score the bucket. But the AI is so smart in this game that no matter how you try to defend it, if you just tap square and keep spamming it, your guy will find a way around whatever the defender is doing, and he will get the bucket. Whether it's an up and under or a reverse layup or a 360, doesn't matter what it is, he will find a way and he will get it to go. And sometimes you'll get these weird animations where you will do a floater from really far away. That's like 100% a bucket, if you have a good inside scorer. Because with my defensive player right here, you'll notice that I missed some shots. That's because I'm a defensive player. But if you have somebody with good high layup and high like dunking or something like that, you're most likely gonna get buckets all day. And I just mentioned dunking, and dunking is like the most OP thing. If you have a wing scorer, wow, you're gonna have fun. Because my friend made a wing scorer, right? And he couldn't be stopped. If he got even close to the basket, he would tap square and he would dunk over anyone who was in the lobby trying to stop him. Now, you could get the whole entire stands of fans and to stand under the basket and try to stop him. It wouldn't matter. He would still dunk over them. That's how OP inside scoring is. So defense is the last thing we have to talk about, and defense is actually pretty fun this year. You feel like you're in control. You have to know where the opposite player is going. So if he does a crossover to the left and you know they're going to the left, you basically stand in front of them, or like move to the left and you stand in front of them, and it will give you a green arrow, and basically it will tell you that you guessed it right. And that would mean that you bump them. You basically bump your opponent, and once you bump them, it gives you a little window of opportunity where you can press square and steal the ball. But you have to time it really right. Like, don't go out just randomly spamming square to steal the ball, because you're gonna pay the consequences. You're gonna get blown past, because just reaching in gets you off balance, and it can send you flying, and your defender is gonna have a wide open shot, or it might just drive in. And so only reaching when you bump somebody, or when you know that you have the ball right there, like when you know you're gonna steal it. Also, if you don't guess it right, so if you don't go the right way, so if they do a crossover to the right and you move to the left, you might get your ankles broken like someone did. Yeah, CPU broke my ankles. Okay, let's just not talk about that. Anyways, not necessarily always. You're not always gonna get your ankles broken, but it happens often, so be careful with that. What about interceptions? Can't you intercept passes? Stuff like that. Yes, interceptions are still in the game and they're still really good like NBA Live 16. However, they're not automatic. Like in NBA Live 16, if somebody threw a pass near you, your guy will automatically steal it. This time, you actually have to press square and you have to time it somewhat. Not perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfectly timed. Like if it's a really bad pass and you tap square like 3 seconds before, you might even be able to steal it. Like it doesn't have to be perfect timing, but you do have to press square or triangle to be able to steal it. It's not random. Your character will not do it for you. You actually have to do it yourself. And blocks are pretty fun. Like you will get blocks if you know how to get them. Like not always, because like I said, inside scoring is really OP, but when you do get a block, it's usually realistic. Like it's not those stupid 2K animations that are horrible and don't look realistic at all. Like blocks in this game are probably one of the best part of defense because they look so realistic. But Cheeky, is it better than 2K? That's what we want to know. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the game. Let's talk about is it better than 2K. It was fun. It was extremely fun. But like I said, NBA Live 16, the demo was also fun. Later on, it became shit, and that is where my concern comes in, because the game feels like once everybody's a really high overall, it's gonna be a mess. People are gonna be doing just like all kinds of shit. Like I said, dunking is super OP. Eventually, when people figure it out, everybody's gonna be dunking, and I guarantee you that's gonna be an absolute mess. I think this game is fun now. It's gonna be a mess later. Is it better than 2K? Probably not. It felt like a downgrade. Like as a 2K player, even though I didn't like 2K17 at all, it still felt like a downgrade. Like it was fun. It was a fun downgrade. It's kind of like when you go play what's it called, NBA Jam. When you go play NBA Jam or NBA Playgrounds, whatever it's called, the one that they just came out with, you know it's a downgrade. It's a stupid little mini game, but it's still fun, right? Like it's fun, but you know it's a downgrade. That's how NBA Live felt. But they just gotta keep trying. They just gotta keep trying, because they're on a path to making a good game. Like this year might not be the year, but they're pretty close. It was a lot of fun, and you didn't really get frustrated a lot of times, which is actually a plus. It's better than 2K, because in 2K so many random stuff happened that you are frustrated like 50% of the time you're playing 2K. NBA 2K has better animations. NBA Live, I felt like it put them together better. Obviously there's a lot more animations in NBA 2K, but yeah, that's how I felt. And the shooting, like I said, in NBA Live is pretty bad. So if you're a shooter, NBA 2K is definitely the game for you. But if you just want a fun game, why not try Live? Like obviously I'm still gonna get 2K, and that's gonna be my main basketball game. I can't see me playing NBA Live as my main basketball game, but I think I'm gonna buy NBA Live. Like it was fun. I think I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, NBA 2K is still gonna be the better game this year, but NBA Live is moving on to better things. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.